KendraG built a strong brand. She's confident, outspoken, and she's created an online platform that's gotten a lot of attention. Her dating show features everyday people shooting their shot live, often with hilarious or awkward results. Naturally, YouTube's reaction community, channels like MABW and Cart Before the Horse, started covering her content. Some praised it, others critiqued the tone, the matches, or the contradictions in how she runs her show. And that's where the friction started. Reports began circulating that KendraG had filed multiple copyright strikes against creators, some even say up to 20, and that she'd attempted to take legal action against a few. To make matters more interesting, several creators claim that YouTube eventually reversed those strikes, citing fair use, meaning those reaction videos were legally protected commentary. But even if those creators won in the end, the damage was already done. Their videos were taken down for days or weeks, some lost income, and most importantly, it sent a message. If you talk about me, I can silence you. Here's the thing. This isn't just about KendraG, it's about the bigger ecosystem of creators and critics. The internet has blurred the line between media producer and media critic. Once upon a time, you had mainstream journalists reviewing TV shows or public figures. Now, anyone with a mic, a camera, and a little courage can come offer commentary and build a following doing it. But with that freedom comes tension because not everyone who's being talked about can handle being critiqued. And this is where ego enters the chat. When you've built a brand on being seen, admired, and respected, being critiqued can feel like being attacked. And if you have a legal or financial power, sometimes it's easier to try to shut people up than to reflect on what they're saying. To me, the situation shows how fragile some influencers' relationship with their audience really is. You can't build a brand on visibility and then panic when visibility turns both ways. Now, let's talk about fair use because I'm just learning about this. So we'll talk about it for a second because this is the core issue legally and ethically. Fair use protects creators who use parts of copyrighted work for things like commentary, criticism, education, or parody. So when someone reacts to your video and they add their voice, their opinion, their analysis, that's transformative content. It's what keeps online culture thriving. But here's the real conflict. Platforms like YouTube make it, in my opinion, too easy for big creators to weaponize copyright claims. All it takes is a few clicks to file a strike. And even if that strike is later overturned, the process itself punishes smaller creators. That's what's called a chilling effect. It scares people away from speaking their minds. And honestly, that's a form of control. Influencers want the fame, the followers, the viral moments, but not the accountability that comes with being part of public conversation. You can't monetize your public persona and treat every critic like an enemy. It doesn't work like that anymore. Now, from what's been shared publicly, KendraG's legal attempts haven't gone her way. Some of those strikes were reversed, some lawsuits reportedly dismissed. But the question that lingers is, what kind of reputation does that leave behind? Because once people see you as someone who tries to silence others, it's hard to rebuild that trust. The audience starts to wonder, if she's this defensive with critics, how authentic is the brand? And honestly, this story is a cautionary tale for all creators, not just her. If you're a public figure, feedback, even the harsh kind, is part of the package. If you're a YouTuber doing commentary, you've got to be careful, ethical, and transformative.